Hello viewers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. I hope you are all doing very well. Today I'm going to show you a very unique Asian paratha recipe, which is aloo paratha or potato filled paratha. This is a famous kind of paratha. Everybody know what aloo paratha is, and you can find them very easily in any kind of grocery shop nowadays. But if you make yourself, trust me, that much tastier and much healthier. And this is nothing complicated in this dish. It's so easy, so simple to make, and trust me, it's so yummy. And I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to make my aloo paratha. Just stay with me and enjoy the recipe. To make my aloo paratha, at first I took around half kilo plain flour here. This is just regular plain flour, not any Asian flour, nothing, just from the grocery shop, plain flour. So I took half kilo of it. So now in this flour, I'm gonna add around 2 teaspoons of or 3 teaspoons of salt. It depends how much flour you are actually using, because I'm using quite a lot, so at least 3 teaspoons of salt. Now I'm gonna add around 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. You can avoid sugar if you have diabetic problem, but if you add a little bit of sugar in your flour, that actually gives your aloo paratha really nice kind of taste. So you're not gonna feel too sweet, but at the same time you're gonna feel really tasty. And now I'm gonna add around 3 tablespoons of just plain vegetable oil. If you are making more aloo paratha, add more oil, but for half kilo flour, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, plain vegetable oil. And now I'm gonna dry mix these all flour and salt and everything together. So after mixing everything, now I'm gonna add like freshly boiled water. That's the thing actually. If you use boiling water to knead your flour, that makes your flour really soft, and your paratha becomes very crispy when you make it. So trust me, just add boiling water, just boil your kettle or something. And I'm using one spatula because it's quite hot, and I'm gonna knead my all flour with this boiling water soup. If you feel like your water, you add too much water, just add a little bit plain flour. There is no problem. You can solve your mistakes. So you can see all my flours kind of binded, but I'm gonna knead it at least 6 to 7 minutes more. This is quite important that you knead your flour very nicely. It's gonna be a little bit hard work, but think like you are in the gym. Just do it. So after 10 minutes of pushing and punching and knitting, that's how my flour looks. You can see it's already done. And now I'm gonna add around 1 or 2 tablespoons of plain vegetable oil on top of it, and I'm gonna keep it in a rest at least for 10 minutes before I make my parathas. This is very important. Don't make your parathas with the fresh flour which you just kneaded. Just keep it at least 10-15 minutes aside, and then use this flour. In that case, your paratha gonna be really soft and crispy. So this is very important part. So now I'm gonna just mix all the oil on top of it. So I covered my flour, and now I'm gonna wait at least 10 to 15 minutes before I make my parathas. Now I'm gonna make my potato filling for my parathas. So what I done, I actually boiled 6 potato. I microwaved it. It's actually steamed in microwave. That's easy for me, but you can boil it. And then I mash it very nicely. Just make sure you don't have any big lumps. If you have big lumps, when you're gonna make the paratha gonna break. So try to use a potato masher or your hand, whatever is easy for you, and try to break them very nicely. I cut 1 large onion and 1 green chili because I'm gonna actually give some paratha to my English friends, so they can't take too much heat. But if you are a very spicy eating person, use more chili. And at the same time, I'm actually toasting 4 to 5 red dry chilies just in a frying pan without any oil or nothing. It's just dry roast. So after roasting my chili, I'm gonna crush it in a pestle or mortar. This is quite important. That's gonna give most of the smoky chili heat in my potato, and trust me, it's so good. It tastes really yummy. So just do it. If you are not a spice lover, just add a little bit less chili, and I am using less chili anyway. So I'm frying my onions and green chili, and now I'm gonna add around 1 pinch of whole mustard seed and 1 pinch of whole cumin seed. They're gonna give really nice kind of authentic Indian flavor. So like half teaspoon or quarter teaspoon of those 2 spices. So after 1 minute of frying, you can see that onion quite golden brown now. Now I'm going to add around 1.5 teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm just using some basic spice. Trust me, if you add too many spice in your potato filling, that's not going to taste good. Now I'm adding around 1.5 teaspoon of roasted cumin seed powder. So turmeric powder and cumin seed powder. Just use these basic spices. That's going to come out very, very flavorful and so good. And now I'm going to add all my boiled or mashed potatoes in this mixture. You can use this mixture actually for shingara or potato samosa, for so many things. Even on its own, this filling is so good for lots of things. And it tastes amazing. I'm not using too many spices. If you want, you can use a little bit of garam masala, but I don't like too much flavor in my potato filling, so I'm just using the basic spices. But trust me, follow me, you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna fry this potato for another 2 to 3 minutes, dry fry. Potato is mixed up and fried properly. Now I'm gonna add around like 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I already added those crushed chilies which I made earlier, and I added actually at the end. Don't add when your potato you are still cooking in the hob. When you finish your cooking, then you add that chili. That's gonna give really nice kind of fresh chili flavor in your potato filling. So you can see it's already ready. So now what I done, those potato filling, I make them like small balls. That's if you make them like a ball like that, it's easy to put it in the paratha. So it's not going to be very messy, or you're not going to make your paratha like yellow or something. So just quite important you make some like balls like that before you put it inside the paratha. And I'm actually kneading my flour again for 2 minutes before I start making my parathas. You can see it's quite soft. It's very soft actually. I can feel it. So just use boiling water and oil. That's gonna make your paratha really, really nice. Really nice. Any plain flour you use doesn't matter. You don't have to be like Asian flour or something. At the same time, I took some dry flour as well. That's gonna help to make my parathas. So now I'm gonna make some balls from this kneaded flour. I'm just gonna, don't need to be very round, just roughly shaped ball. When you are making aloo paratha, just make sure your balls should be a little bit bigger than normal paratha, because you have to put the filling. So your paratha going to be a little bit thicker than as usual plain paratha. So you have to make sure that your balls are quite big. So you can see, like regular paratha, maybe you are using 1 ball, but for this paratha you are using 3 balls of regular paratha. So this is the measurement. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to actually make the paratha. So it don't need to be, your ball don't need to be very round anyway. So now I'm going to press it in the middle a little bit just to put my filling inside. And as I said, this paratha going to be a little bit thicker than as usual paratha. And now I'm putting 1 ball. Did you see how easy is this if you make your potatoes like a ball shape? And now you make sure you are closing the mouth of the paratha very nicely. That's the important part. If you don't close the mouth of the paratha, when you're going to press it with the stick, that's going to come out and that's going to be a big disaster. So you make sure you're pressing it very hard when you are closing the mouth. And now I'm giving it a little bit like rough ball shape. You don't need to be like too perfect. And I'm putting it in the dry flour. In that case, they're not gonna stick in your board. So when you are pressing it, it's gonna be round anyway. You see how easy is this? It's very easy. If you are making once, trust me, after that you can make anytime and it's gonna take not more than 10-15 minutes. So now I'm adding a little bit more dry flour and I'm just giving it like a normal paratha shape. If you want to make a triangle or a square, you can go for it. But I prefer the round shape, the regular round shape. So, and I'm pressing it. You don't need to make it too thin. Any kind of filling paratha, filled paratha with the potato or cauliflower, whatever is this, and they need to be a little bit thick texture. So, yeah. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna fry it. You can use ghee or butter to fry this paratha, but as long as I'm eating it, I like healthy food. So what I'm doing, I'm actually frying, at first I'm putting one side without any oil. So just in a hot pan, frying pan, I'm just putting one side first. I didn't add any oil or butter or ghee, nothing. But if you are a ghee eater, you love butter, just go for butter or ghee. But I'm using actually plain vegetable oil to fry my paratha. But obviously if you use ghee or butter, that's gonna taste much better. Because of my diet I'm doing it, but you go for it. So I'm frying one side for 1 minute first. So now after around half minute or 1 minute, now I'm gonna flip my paratha and I'm gonna fry another side for another half minute. So still I didn't add any oil, and now I'm gonna brush some vegetable oil on top of my this side, pre-fried side. So I'm not adding any oil in my frying pan directly. I'm just adding the oil on top of my paratha, and trust me, if you follow these rules, your paratha gonna be exactly the way you eat in the restaurant or Indian dhaba or Indian hotel. That's gonna taste exactly the same way. But if you add like direct oil in your pan, sometimes that makes your paratha really oily and really too much crispy, and any paratha with filling don't taste good when it's too much oily. So now I'm gonna fry. Now I'm gonna flip it again and add oil in the other side, exactly following the same way. Now I'm gonna add oil in this side, and that's it. That's how, just each side one time I'm gonna actually brush the oil, and that's it. Now I'm gonna fry it till it's golden brown. It's so healthy and so yummy. This paratha is so good as afternoon snacks, or even your dinner as lunch, anything. So you can see my paratha is actually golden now. So that's how I'm frying all my parathas now. It's gonna take a little bit long time, but trust me, it's worth it because it's so yummy. And as I said, aloo paratha is one of the best, I think, snacks or paratha ever. So just follow the same rules and fry all your parathas just like that. Oh, it's so good. The smell, oh my god. If you add ghee, it's gonna be much more tastier. But still, it's very tasty anyway. So here you go, guys, this is my aloo paratha is ready for you. And as you see how I served it, I fried some egg. It's kind of like egg omelette, and then I served it with some garlic pickles. So you can go for mango pickles or any kind of pickles you have in your cupboard. And at the same time I added some balls of those potatoes as well, because I had some extra. And you can even eat it on its own or with just a sweet cup of tea. It's so yummy. Oh my god, it's so good. So here you go, it's ready for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and follow my recipes and share my recipes with your friends, family and neighbors. And I hope you're gonna follow this recipe and make your own aloo paratha and enjoy with your family. So yeah, bye bye, ta-da.